That's good. Anyway, my name's Akinov. Welcome back to Xenogears. Funny story about this. This is a re-recording. As a matter of fact, a lot of this is going to be stuff I have already done. What does this mean? I know it's ahead again. You see, the thing is, when I first recorded this, well, somehow my audio got really screwed up. None of it recorded at all. So, that's pretty bad. I thought maybe I'd do some post-commentary, but it's a good thing that I didn't have to, because, well, post-commentary can be quite a nuisance. And it's never perfect. It's never, unless you do post-commentary as your form of commentary, it's never the same as your normal commentary. Anyway, what I am actually doing is making sure I'm not missing chests and stuff and get into fights. But anyway, so I decided I'd record. I was like, I'm not going to be able to record for a while because, well, I can't really replace my mic too easily because I don't have any money. But anyway, and Amino wrote here and there will save us trouble. Anyway, I was like, I can't replace my stuff, so nothing I can do about that really. So I'll just, what was the exact sentiment that I had? I'll just play more of the game. So I played through effectively the next arc, and let's just say I got to the point where the game lets you go everywhere and anywhere you want really easily. So we're at that stage. I'm at that stage. So I could, excuse me, go on further, but there's no point. I could just keep playing, but I realized when I realized that, hey, my mic is actually working again. I was like, why did it stop working? I don't know. Something. Even machine amino bolt. But so I was like, okay, you know what? I'll record up to that point again. But you see, on that file I've already, let's just say there's a bit of grinding that you need, that I wanted to do, that gets me all of our death blows. All of them. So there's a bunch more death blows, spin strikes. What is spin strike? Let me actually check that. I think that's one of Rico's death blows. Yeah, spin strikes is XX. There are 7 AP death blows. 4 of them for each character. Well, 4 of them for Faye, Citan, Ellie, and Bart. 3 for Billy and Rico. And then there's 2 more for Faye. And then there's another character who we'll be introduced to who also does death blows. But that's beside the point. I believe there is a... Yes, this door is down here, so I need to get off my gears so I can get some stuff, I believe. Yeah. So there's a few. You'll actually get prompted about this place by Faye, I think. An O2 cylinder. Oh yes, and I'm glad that we're back with Faye again. And we can get some stuff down here. A gold nugget. There's not exactly a lot you can do in here. An E circuit, which is not terrible. This has an effect, but not much of one. Don't worry, this room isn't a puzzle or anything. You don't have to worry about that. Or at least it's not a puzzle that's required to progress. I don't know if it's a puzzle in any other way, but if it is, I sure haven't got it. Because the mirror just goes back in. Yes, what the? My main goal right now is to jump out of here. Which is a lot more difficult than it sounds, trust me. Ah, there we go. It's a bit tricky to get out of there, and you may be like, and you may think, I can't get out. But you can, so don't worry. Right, and we're automatically back in our gear. So the trick here is you want to jump up here, here, and up here. And wait. Ah. So there's... How the heck did I open it? So I'm wrong. I just mucked around and the first time so much that it's not a problem. Anyway, I'm just going to take out these guys very easily and very simply. There's a boss fight coming up, but if you have Ellie in your party like I do, and set up with an ether doubler and the amount of ether that she has, you're not going to have a problem. Oh yeah, this attack's funny. I don't know if I've shown this before, but he damages himself with this. It's like, I did a little bit of damage to you, but I ruined myself. Anyway. I think we have another platforming section coming up after this, after I remember how this... I actually have no idea how this puzzle works, so... Whoops! Gear, I want to get them all off. Okay, so let's figure this out because I'm stupid. And I'm bad at puzzles. Communications are up. Ah, that's what you had to do. You had to clear the lock there. Okay. If I can stay on here, if I can platform properly in this game. As you've seen, I'm terrible at platforming in this game, so that's not going to improve much. Even if I know the area coming up. Well, at least I know the area coming up, unlike with that first time. That first bit's a bit of a nightmare. Bit of a nightmare, I tell you indeed, I tell you. Fortunately, I believe we're coming up to a rather handy fellow. Although, will only help us to a limited degree. I don't have to worry about level ups right now. Because, as I said, we'll be swapping over to a different file where I've already made a bunch of progress. There will be one thing I'll be showing off on this file before that, though, and that's, well, that's a thing. We want to drop down this hole. Or do we? I think we do. Yes, we do, because there are the Veil Doubler, which is handy, and Wind Veiler Armor. Not things I'm particularly going to use, because I'm more of a deal damage, get rid of the enemy type of person, rather than a survive and don't take damage kind of person. So yeah, that's just about the gist of it. Can Faye... Oh, one thing I did find out, response. I may have talked about this, but I may not have, but I now know what response does. And it's not exactly the most important thing in the world to know, but it's nice to know. Response basically just, it essentially augments your own, evasion. So if you have high evasion already, you're more likely to evade. It makes it more likely to happen in the gear as opposed to on ground. But it's not your actual evasion stat, because that's your evasion still, which is, you know, your evasion. So, but it just makes you able to dodge more. So that's okay. It's not the best stat in the world. It's not the most important thing, but it's handy. It doesn't affect damage. That's what power output's for. And don't worry, somehow, despite the fact that Ellie is our most damaging character in a gear, Funny thing is, she's not that powerful on foot. She's incredibly powerful in a gear, but on foot she's kind of like, yeah, she could do better. Not that that's a terrible thing about her, but I mean, she doesn't do terrible. And well, to be honest, she's an okay melee character, or at least compared to some characters, because, well, she is now. We're gonna get. I don't want to spoil the characters that we'll be getting, because there are 3 more characters that will join our party, if I recall correctly. And they're quite an interesting lot, those 3. But we'll see them later. Oh right, we're in this room. Right, I'm trying to navigate it well, without falling to my death, hopefully. Oh yeah, falling's a thing that I don't want to deal with. Yeah, let's just blow this thing up. You know, using the Xeno bolt is basically my bread and butter at this point. Sadly, I don't have Ellie's techniques that can do something special, let's just say. She has some special techniques that she'll get later. But I do want to use an Omega Soul on her now, because otherwise it's just... I'm gonna run out of EP when I'm least expecting it. Oh, an Ice Rod G. Not the most important thing, but hey, it's handy. If we equip it to Ellie's gear, I have to go to gear to equip it. It boosts the attack a lot, but nowhere near enough to actually be viable. So her rods don't really matter all too much. Wait, let me check something. Oh, so that's what it means by output. Does that boost her magic damage? We'll have to see. I doubt it. I don't think it does. Alright, here we are. This guy's the guy I want to talk to. Self-repair robot, bristle crack, refuel or resupply. Yes, I believe all you can do with this guy is you can go to tune up. No, yeah, you can only refuel. That's all you can do. And it's quite handy, because firstly it gives us a whole bunch of me being laziness with my super weapons. Right, I believe there's a treasure chest down here that I want to grab. Yep. But we'll get interrupted by something. Oh yes, windmills. I hate these windmills. This is why I'm glad that that thing is around, because I get the excuse to do this. I really shouldn't do this, but I'm doing it anyway. In all honesty, I could just have her... Okay, that feels like something stuffed up. We'll find out if something about our ether is stuffed up. Stone Rod G. I believe Stone Rod deals just as much damage. Right, there's nothing for us over here if I recall correctly. Right, I'll have her do a normal ether attack. If she doesn't deal her normal damage, I'm gonna be concerned that it's... Yeah, we've gone and gotten that bug to happen again. You may recall that there's a bug in this game that causes the ether doubler to fail to work. We don't want that to happen. So I'm going to try unequipping and re-equipping the ether doubler. So equip. Let's trade it for the ether stone and put the ether doubler back on. You know, I can just put the Aether Stone on because she's not going to be in a foot fight for a while. Hopefully that fixes it. I don't know if it will. There's nothing up for us over there. We'll find out in the next fight whether that fixes it or not, but hopefully it does. I can see this going quite pear-shaped if her Aether doubler just if that glitch persists. So we're gonna see Aether machine. Hopefully this is working right. No, it's not. That's not right. I know that's not right because of... That is weird. Is it the ice magic rod? Is that what does it? Well, we'll find out. Really, this is weird. Try something a little different. Thermo cube? Not element, is it? No, it's not. It's not a matter of element. So it is what I thought it was. It's the glitch. I know that it's a glitch because if I take off the Aether doubler, I think, unless my high damage has been a glitch this entire time. Let's throw back on the silver barret because we don't... Let's throw that on there. I don't have a second... No, I don't have a second thing. Let's see if this causes it to... her Aether to work again. There's nothing here. We'll find out as soon as we jump down there. Rightio. Because when you jump on these things, you get into a fight. So let's find out if it's the magic rod that's boosting her damage. Is it? Really? That is interesting. Really weird, but okay, maybe it's because I changed Ellie's rod to be a more physical rod that she doesn't do great Aether damage on foot. That's something to test out. That really is something to test out. Although I won't have an opportunity for quite a while to test it out. Yeah, levels don't matter at this point. As you can see, we're getting lifted up, and I will admit I have fallen down a fair number of times during this process. And you want to jump over here as quickly as possible. You can't make that jump up the wall, so just deal with it. So it seems that Ellie has regained her power. The magic G rod. I wonder if I should change the rod she uses in combat to try boost her Aether damage. Give me a sec, I need to do something real quick. And it should pop up again on my computer. Yep, don't want that in the way, so back to this. Yeah, anyway, Faye does... Well, I'm not used to Weltool dealing so little damage. I'm used to Weltool dealing a heck of a lot more damage. Just to be honest, like, normally over 1,000 a hit. No problem. But that's after this arc. That's nice, that's all very good. So I just want to say, if we go to equipment on Ellie, she is that, but like maybe the arcane or the magical rod would be better for ether damage. I'll have to test that out at some point. I'm glad I still have all of her rods. But now we need to make a jump. Almost screwed that up. But another thing you need to do is fail. Yep. Fail at jumping around that corner. That's what you need to do. And then this becomes a nuisance. You can miss those. Just so you know, I have missed these several times. So other than having to test Ellie's ether damage and all that, with magical rods and all other rods and super magical rods and superheroes with magical rods, I'm awful. I'm doing awful. Wow. As we have learned in the past, I am terrible at platforming. Even though I know this section better than ever now. And I'm not going to miss the item because I want to show what it is for the sake of the LP. Just to make sure we actually show... I'm going to have to cut these episodes so freaking much. At least I'm not getting encounters at the moment. That's one good thing. It's not been like, hey, every 10 meters is an encounter. I get it, game. Oh, I have to wait for that now. Do 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 do. We're waiting on my patheticness. I failed to make a jump. I am pretty bad at this game, and we know that. The other things we know for sure, though, are that this is going to be a nightmare. That's the one thing we know for sure. Because I suck at platforming. Well, in Xenogears anyway. And Xenoblade. And Xenoblade Chronicles Cross. Because platforming is hard in these games. I'm just glad I never had the platform in Xenosaga. That would have been... How did I keep fucking it up? I'm gonna... Oh, that means I'm gonna have to fight that thing again. Oh well. You know what? When I jump onto it, I'm gonna get Ellie to jump out of her gear. That's pure lunacy. I know. I'm just gonna save us some time here with the aeroids. And we'll see what Ellie can do on foot with a magical rod instead of an arcane rod. Fortunately in her gear she can do that. Yeah. Makes most obstacles seem obsolete. Let's give her the magical. Get her on foot. And we'll see what happens. This may be stupid. Wait, what? I can't change... I can't put her onto... I can't do that right here. If I go back into the thing I could, but not here. Another fight. I jumped over. Good God, I'm going to be pissed at myself. So what we are learning here today is that I am terrible at this. But I have no qualms with wasting fuel on aeroids to just get rid of things, because we're going to go to a guy and we're going to fuel up. Because I'm doing so badly. Yeah, that's why. I made this jump first time last time. Oh, we're going to be over leveled as all heck by the time this is over. Do 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 do. So yeah, we know. Repair, refuel. How much of this am I gonna cut up? Cut out? I don't know. Because we're going to be here ages if I don't cut stuff out. Maybe I should just make it look like I did really well. And between I should just have like a sign that's like, badly edited cut. I could make a badly edited cut sign. Okay, we have a fight here. We can deal with that. I can deal with that, no problem. I'm just going to take the easy way out. From basically every fight from now on. I'm going to choose the easy way. You know, some of those beams don't even look like they're aimed inwards. Some of them look like they're being aimed outwards from the place that we're fighting in. I don't know, it's a bit weird. But you know what? At least we haven't fallen from the area above into this one yet. Because that can happen. You literally fall from the upper section, like you actually transition screens, and by screens I mean entire areas, into another area, and it's just like, yeah, I just wasted a whole bunch of time and fell all the way to the bottom. That is the worst feeling in this game. Just, you fall all the way to the bottom. It's like, I just wasted so much time. This is why I don't like platforming in this game. Because I suck at it. It's a fair excuse. I don't know what your excuse is. I suck at platforming. I also suck at the card game, but I'm going to go back and give that a try. And try to see what I can get out of it. Okay, so what I'm gonna take the easy way out. And I'm gonna jump over to there. To the left once we start going up. Once we reach a certain point. And of course, I'm gonna be cheap. I can afford a certain amount of cheapness at this point. Actually, I need to save at least 400 fuel. If you're wondering why, it's pretty simple why. So that's all I need for the boss that's coming up. 400 measly fuel is all I need for the boss that's coming up. Isn't that kind of sad? Alright, so I received ammo for Billy's gear. Right, that's what that was for. Phew, I landed on it. I am so happy. If I'd done it to start with, we wouldn't be having these problems. I'm a silly, silly fool. But we all knew that already, so let's not worry about it too much. Right, and I can't see anything, but hey. Anyway, we're dealing with an aeroplane. Oh, and this guy gets to shoot first. Ow. He gets to get blown up then. I wish I could deal like the 7,000 damage on foot with Ellie, like, or at least that relative to her normal damage. But I'm gonna guess, here's the thing, I know for a fact that her I missed this last time. I know I missed that. I know her ether damage on foot, if it's better with the magic rod, it's gonna mean that her, I feel like no, I can't go on foot, so that's a null issue. I just thought of something and it's like, I might have to risk going on foot. I'm like, no, I don't, because I can't. I can't just go on foot here. I hate it when they conjure ether attacks. Who did they hit? They hit Faye? Alright, that's not a big deal. Anyway, other than the enemies being a nuisance here, and me being terrible at platforming, which we already know, and not being able to tell whether the doors exist or don't. They don't. We need to jump here. And we need to fight. I think this one's the one that takes us to the next level. where there's a particular jump that can be a real nuisance, but no, I'm going to use just a normal ether attack. We can take a few hits. HP is nowhere near as valuable as fuel. That's an interesting statement to make. Our health is not as valuable as our fuel. I can probably get... I can beat the boss of this area very easily. Like I said, 400 fuel, that's all I need. If I have less than that, 2 or 3 turns with Ellie, that should give you a rough idea of how much HP the enemy has. And here we transition to a new screen. And we wind up here. Nothing to worry about yet. I believe there is a treasure chest up there, so that's a thing. Oh, we don't have to do any weird platforming yet. Yet being the prominent word. There's weird platforming later on. Well, it's not weird, it's just kind of a nuisancey weird. It's kind of iffy, if you know what I mean. And no, I have not. I'm probably not going to release that unless I just somehow do the whole... I have a series in mind that I'm thinking of doing, but I'm probably not going to release it until I've done the whole thing. So yeah, unless I get the whole thing done, I'm not going to release the series that I've got in mind. It shouldn't be an overly long series because it's going to be done in a very cheap manner that basically it ignores a whole bunch of stuff in the game. It's just a story. It's just plain story in the game. So that I have in mind. Right, what's down? Oh yeah. What can I? No, I can't. Or can I reach the? No, I can't. Oh wait, there is something, I believe. Yep, that there. And that black, that's actually a floor, so you don't have to worry about falling. Unfortunately, I can also blow up this. I love having the right equipment. So, rule 1, no elemental rods. That's good to know. Rule number 2, no elemental rods. If I had a rule number 3, what do you think it would be? No elemental rods, because I don't think of Ellie... I'm using Ellie as a caster, pure and simple. And to use her as anything but a caster is just a bad idea. Although she doesn't make... In an upcoming section she's going to be useless because, well... When everything absorbs ether, or at least her variety of ether, then there is no point in using her for ether damage. Physical damage, if she's equipped with her physical gear, fine. And we're talking about ground stuff right now. So I can't actually test out Ellie's ether attack for quite a while. Yeah, that's going to be quite an interesting thing when that happens. I'm also thinking about exactly how I have to platform through this section and getting everything right, because it is a terrible section to go through. You're always risking falling down. It's like, if I get this wrong, it's gonna suck. And it does suck when you fall down. I forget which way I have to jump. As you can see, we're going up quite high. And jump. You could just jump down and you'd fall back onto that chest, so don't. You come here, you get a water veiler armor. But what you want to do is you want to jump up here. And you want to jump off and fall about midway through here. Phew! That wasn't the best landing, but you know, I landed. I didn't die. Cheapness. Aeroids. Aeroids and no healing ability for our gears. Speaking of gears, we're gonna get something very interesting in the way of gears soon. Ooh, that's nice. Which also reminds me, never underestimate the pink fuzzballs. Or any of the fuzzballs, really. I mean, have you seen Ricky? The hero pawn is an absolute beast. He's not pink, he's orange though. Point still stands. Never underestimate a fuzzball. Isn't that right, cat? I'm talking to my cat now. He's just sleeping, he doesn't give a flying fudge about me. Don't know why I said fudge instead of fuck, but hey. Ah well, not my problem if I can't talk. Yeah, looks like we can climb up. Climb? Okay, we're actually through the platforming section. Wowee! I am absolutely stunned. No, we can take on the boss here. And what have we got? I haven't even talked. What? No selling? It seems that it's true. Shevat was here before. Look around. Yeah, something massive was here. There are marks from some huge thing. Oh yeah. Is there any comm equipment nearby? I don't see anything else but... Faye, look up! Something is closing in. It's a gear. Gebler? Mysterio. From here is Shevat's territory. Many people have tried to get in, but Sebzen and I removed them. Wait a minute, we just want to... Get ready. This is the young girl. This is an interesting thing. This gear that we're fighting. It is sort of mirrored in well, a lot of things are sort of mirrored in Xeno Saga. And I don't want to get into too much of the details, but there's a character you come across with a robot sort of like a gear very similar to this in Xeno Saga. I think it's in episode... I don't know if it's 2... I think it's episode 3 that it's... Yeah, it's in episode 3. But it's just a really interesting thing, and there's a lot of like parallels. So you may be wondering, okay, what do you do? How strong is this thing? Well, I can tell you this. It is less than 7,000 HP, so I'm actually not going to kill it straight away. I'm going to Amino Bolt it. See how well it does against that. I'm going to give it a chance. Let it fight for itself. It's pretty durable to physical attacks. But it's pretty slow and it can't exactly be the biggest threat if it's slow. I'm also going to hit with Terror Lance. Sadly, as you see, this thing is not exactly fast and it doesn't even have 6,008. It doesn't even have 7,000 HP. So, as you can see, it's a really easy boss, but it's not much of a threat. And he levels up, yeah. That's enough, Maria. Bring them in. Yes, Queen Zephyr. Okay. Queen Zephyr. Duh, I can't believe I misread that as Zephyr or something like that. I can't even read Zephyr right now. I am terrible at this. And that is Shevat. And it is pretty massive, all things considered. There's a whole chunk missing there, and it is a flying saucer. We'll be exploring it next time, but I think we'll be getting on it now. Anyway, that's not too important. We're probably going to get on this thing very, very soon. Aerial City Shevat. It has another name. Well, at least one of the cities on it does. Or at least the city you go to. Well, mystery girl, are you going to let us on? Sorry, just wanted to test your strength. Oh, really? The Queen is waiting for your arrival above. Okay, a Queen, Queen Zephyr. Oh, and this lot. I love this lot and their stupidity. Useless. They're allowed contact with Shevat. There's an anima relic in Shevat. We cannot afford to have them aligned before preparations are complete. It is meaningless if it is not compatible with our type. You want to bury all of Shevat? What of the animus? There are others. We must respond severely so that this doesn't happen again. Well, the Shevat gate, as long as it's there, we can't get in. Easy, we just use Axis gravity cannon to compensate for the time-space warp. Axis end? Is it operational? Re-education is complete. It is ready. The airborne squad is already assembled. Any side effects? The regulated 71st Airborne should have no problems. Well then, I look forward to this. They're very sinister. I give them generic voices. I can't keep track of who's talking there, so they may as well be one. This is the dock floor located in the lowest layer of Shevat. I met you a little while ago. My name is Maria Balthazar. Balthazar, that's familiar. Balthazar? I've heard that name before. That's right, Old Man Bell, the hermit. If you remember, we met him under the Sand Sea. It's near the gear I saw. That reminds me, the gear I saw resembles Bell's gear Calamity. Calamity? That's the prototype gear my grandfather made. Do you know my grandpa? Where is he now? I just happened to come across him in the cabin underneath Avere's desert. I didn't know him that well, so you're Old Man Bell's grandchild? Yes, but I haven't seen him for the past few years. He said he was looking for something very important, and he left by himself. My father was captured by Solaris, and his whereabouts are not known either. Everyone's parents are dead. That's... or something like that. I'm glad Grandpa Bell's doing fine. Please go ahead and take the elevator to go upstairs. I still have to finish the inspection of Zen. You may notice that's a very similar thing to something we just heard about. I'll show you the way to the palace when the time comes. Okay. Till then, please take a look around town. Right. Yes, you will see us later. Just trying to remember something. Okay, I remember. Alright. Let's go up there. Shevat, the only organization that stands against Solaris. A country that is flying saucer. I never thought we'd end up here. Well, we could go up. Or we could take this and go down. The main reason is because I want to go somewhere to save and end off this episode. Because, is it? No, it's not here yet. Just Weltal. Huh. Oh, well, I guess we'll just... Actually, let's end off the episode here. My name's been Akinov. Hope you've had a good time, and good night, or something like that. Anyway, next time, we'll explore Shevat. See you then.